And we are back for another episode of Pizza Bagels.
It's the pizza and the bagel.
Welcome back, bud.
Welcome back to you. I'm so glad to be back, man.
Yeah, me too. And, you know, we had another off week. I know it's summertime. Things get busy.
That they do.
But glad to be back.
Me too.
So, you know, it's really funny, you know, pizza and the bagel, Italian, Jewish.
Right.
I had this epiphany recently because, well, Jess is also Jewish.
Right.
And Jess loves saltines, right? I think these are the worst fucking crackers
They are
ever.
the worst.
Okay.
They're like a punishment cracker.
Okay, because I was going to ask you, and not even does she like saltines, but she loves unsalted saltines.
Wait a minute. They make those?
She's a fucking masochist
The
for
only
fucking...
thing that's good about them is the salt.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just sawdust.
I know people just, they crush them up and maybe put them in their soups, but even then,
you're
I feel like
too
that's trash.
Poor to afford like a hearty broth. Then you crush up saltines and you put them in straight stock, and then you're like, oh, that was a hearty lunch. Like,
Yeah. So, and what's funny, it's just,
Gross.
I mean, it's been years since we've been dating, and it just finally hit me when we went grocery shopping recently, and she picks up a box. Ooh, babe, unsalted saltines. She gets
like
really excited.
about it.
Oh, so stoked. And I'm standing there at the cart, and I go, hey, so, and I guess I started this off wrong, because I go, do you like saltines because you're Jewish? And then she's like, what the fuck?
That's
and I
a
go,
loaded question.
yeah, and I go, hold on, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
What I meant was you grew up eating matzah, right? And she goes, yes, I did. And she goes, holy shit.
That's saltless saltines.
She's like, that actually might be why I love unsalted saltines.
But nobody loves matzah. That is punishment crackers.
I've had it.
The whole point is
I've
that,
done Passovers and stuff.
yeah, and Passover, people say it's a holiday, but it's a Jewish holiday, so it's like depressing and not fun.
No.
No, so
It
the
is
whole point
interesting.
of eating the matzah is that the Jews had to flee Egypt and didn't have time for their bread to leaven, so they had crackers instead.
Yeah. Did I tell you that
Hooray!
Did I tell you that I wore my first yarmulke?
No.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Cool. It was neat, I guess.
Did you use like some of that tape to like stick it to your dome, or did you
I
have,
think it was just a little pin
Oh, nice.
that just went in my hair.
That's
but
classier.
yeah, so I don't know if it was for Passover, like the first year with them. One of the Jewish holidays, I was over at her family's house doing it, and her dad's like, okay, you got to wear a yarmulke. And I was like,
Sure.
fuck yeah, I'm stoked. Like, I even remember like going in the bathroom, I took a piss. I was like, I got to get a selfie of this.
Absolutely.
This is sick. You know, because I am now, you know, half Jewish,
Yeah.
sexually transmitted Jew.
That's right.
So, but yeah, sorry, I had to.
That's
That
all
was
right.
something I had to bring up. I just, you know, apparently you don't like saltines like the rest of us.
Nobody likes saltines.
Trash.
Yeah, and saltless.
Yes.
Weird, bro.
Loves them. Unsalted saltines.
Oh my god. I mean, I know people I would consider to be saltless saltines, and that's not something I say kindly. Like if you were to describe a friend as a cracker, you're like, saltine, but like no salt. Like that's a fucking diss, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's
a
fighting
huge
words.
rip.
Yeah, that's rough. Holy fuck, that is gross.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess we can start the show.
Yeah.
I just had to bring that up since we were talking about.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's been 2 weeks since we recorded, which is a bummer because I don't know about you, but I fucking really love this shit.
yeah, me too.
Totally look forward to it.
Hopefully everybody else does. I think
Yeah.
we have like 4 fans now, so
Nice.
that's pretty cool.
That's like 2 more than last time.
Yeah.
So we're exponentially doubling.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the math for you, but that means in like 11 more episodes, we're going to have 1.2 million followers.
Oh. Well, thank you for doing. I mean,
Yeah.
you're Jewish, great at math.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
saltines Jewish, but
No.
yeah, the good Jewish with math. But yeah, the last couple of weeks, I got to tell you, I've been really, really inspired with people around us that are doing shit like what we're doing. Like, this is something we want to do, and maybe it's corny or weird or whatever. And I'm almost 42, and we're doing a podcast about fingering people and fucking dick jokes and stuff. But I don't really give a shit. Like, if you're passionate about something, I love that and respect it. And like we were just talking about what we're doing later, like No Tech and Wildo are doing burger pop-up night. And this chick Sierra did her first ever pop-up in a kitchen like 2 weeks ago. And my buddy Bud.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
We did go to the one last week where it was like the spam sushi,
The
musubi.
Yeah,
we
that
went
was
there
Sarah.
last week. It was fucking delicious.
Fucking great,
My first
right?
one. It was awesome.
Oh my God, she's an awesome chick, and that's a wild thing to do for your first ever pop
Yeah.
up, like something that specific.
She looked like she was a little stressed out, but
She
she
should be.
fucking handled it though.
Dude, if you're not stressed out in the kitchen for your first time, like doing it in public, you're doing it wrong, or you have phenomenal drugs.
She handled it like a boss. Food was
yeah.
fucking delicious. I would
love that.
definitely try that again.
Love that. And my dude Vinny, Vincenzo, who you don't know but you would love, he's a big dago like you. I've known him for 17 years. He just messaged me like a week and a half ago. He got up and did stand up for his first time ever.
Ooh.
Fucking crushed
Spooky.
it.
Yeah.
And loved it. And he's been terrified to do it, but he's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it now. And I just totally respect that. And then like Coley Colgate, who does, Trap House Rave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just did it on this past Friday.
That's right. June 16th.
Yeah, dude. June 16th. Everybody knows that fucking date. He's a local legend.
Yeah.
And we're definitely going to have him on. He should be our first guest. I love Coley. And I just love that he loves it so much. You know what? It's not my thing, right? I'm not a Trap House Rave guy, but I respect him for doing it. So mad respect to people who just are passionate about whatever.
Yeah. Do your fucking passion. Otherwise, what's the point of life?
That's what I'm saying,
Just
right?
Grow old and die off.
Passion doesn't age. It shouldn't matter. You shouldn't be too old to be passionate about whatever you're passionate about. And passion shouldn't be defined by consensus. It shouldn't be what's popular. It should be whatever. If you're into model fucking trains, good for you. Wear the stupid hat. Wear the overalls that are blue and white made of corduroy and play with your fucking trains. I don't give a shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's your thing.
So here's our first cheers. This is to people who are passionate and follow their fucking dreams. It's to also, yesterday was Father's Day. Here's to dads
To
and
all the
stepdads.
dads.
And stepdads. I have kick-ass stepdad.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
To my real dad, thanks for not pulling out. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this.
Also thanks to you, Dad, I suppose.
And also, stepdad's also super kick-ass.
Stepdads always makes me think of that song, "'Cause my stepdad's not mean, he's just adjusting." You remember that from Death to Smoochie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, that was such a
Was
good
he
jam.
singing like the meth lab?
Yeah, exactly. So cheers.
The methadone clinics, yeah.
Cheers.
Solid. Yeah, I'm
And
excited.
cheers to us and cheers to fucking pizza bagels. Let's kill it.
Fuck yes, dude. Yeah,
So,
I'm excited to get that first guest on. We'll get
Absolutely.
Coley. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and you've
So
done a podcast with him before.
I have. I did have the other one, the Sweet Nothings,
Right.
that I did years ago. Coley was on, and I think, I'm trying to remember if we did like a 90s episode or something, but it was a lot of fun. He does really well.
Yeah,
He knows what he's doing.
He's got a great voice. He's a musician. He's hilarious. He doesn't consider himself a comedian, but he is. He's a good friend. He's a great dad. So he hits all those boxes. And, like I said, he's passionate. He does his own shit. He's his own person. I just totally respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So speaking of dads, what happened how was your Father's Day?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah.
So
Do you have a good dad?
Yeah, my dad's pretty sweet.
Nice.
So the funny thing about my dad is that he's weird when it comes to like Father's Day or his birthday. If you're like, "Hey, pops, let's go grab a burger and a beer or whatever," and he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
He's
Like
not that guy.
yeah, he's like, it's just a birthday. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm like, yeah, no, come on, like it's your birthday. So we did hang out last week on Thursday.
Nice.
I'm not really sure if you caught on that it was like and I'm gonna do quotation with my fingers, like a Father's
This is our
Day
Father's
hang.
Day hang.
Yeah. So if he is listening to this, he's gonna be like, "Fuck, I've been bamboozled." But yeah, so we were hanging out, got some food, couple drinks, and he was like, "Hey, I saw you posted on your podcast up on Facebook." He's like, "I tried to click on it, but it kept bringing me to a link." And I was like, fuck, yeah, Spotify. My dad doesn't have Spotify. So
Sure. Why would he?
right. So I'm like, okay, I'll just upload an episode up to like YouTube until I actually got all this other shit figured out. Now he doesn't have to, but for him to listen to. And so I brought up the point and go, by the way, while we're sitting here, and I told him about last week's episode.
Oh, God.
And how like the fingering.
The fingering. You told. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And then like how I called like Ma live on the air.
What do you call? Do you call him Dad or Pop or? Dad?
Typically pops.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess there'd be casual times like, hey, Dad, if I'm trying to get his attention,
Yeah.
it's either Dad or Pops.
I call mine Bob.
And that's his name?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that'd be weird if it wasn't.
Yeah. Hey, Hank.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I'm
look at you.
I'm
I'm like,
"Hey,
oh, that
Bob."
makes sense.
And he's like, Jesus Christ, Dave, my name's Mike. Fuck you, Bob.
So yeah, I thought it was really funny. So I'm like, listen, do you remember back when Fairview Park,
I
the girl across
certainly
the
hope
street?
he remembers the fingering.
So he does, in fact. So I told him that we called Ma on the air and was like, hey, so this is what I had to get her aspect of it, and what happened and all that. And I go, she did tell us that she like called you at work, and I was like, what was your reaction when Ma told you what happened?
Yeah.
And he's like, I started laughing.
I was going to say, I'm secretly hoping he's like, I gave myself a high five. Yeah.
He said he started laughing.
That's my boy.
Yeah. And my mom was like yelling at him, like, what are you laughing about? This isn't funny. And my dad's like, I don't know what to say.
Right.
He's like, I wasn't expecting our kids to be doing that at 13 years old.
And
like,
he was at work for this phone call.
right.
Yeah, so he can't just be like, oh, fingering. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, let's talk about
He's
that. While
in the
I'm
office.
In the office at work.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought that was really funny. He's just like, yeah, he's like, honestly, he's like, I didn't know what to do. And I go, and I just want to ask on your side, whose idea was it to go and talk over to the parents? And he's like, your mother's. And I go, that's what she said.
Yeah, obviously.
I just wanted to hear. And so I was like, Dave and I talked about it, blah, blah, blah. So I thought that was really funny. And I'm glad because I almost forgot that I wanted to bring that up as an update.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So my dad is very interesting. This isn't a depressing story, but my parents got divorced when I was 1. So I've been in my mom's care like pretty much my whole life. And the only time I had anything remotely like that where I was punished for something, I remember I came home and I was like, 17 years old, and I've been hanging out with my dude, Dave, and we smoked cigarettes. Like, that's the worst thing I did when I was 17.
Right.
And I came home and I walked into the house and my mom was like, please come in the office. And I'm like, okay. So I walk in the office and she's like, your father's on the phone. And I'm like, Bob? And she's like, yes, your father, Bob, is on the phone. And I'm like, what do you want? And he's like, oh, your mother says you might be smoking. And I'm like, nope, I have not been. But my friend Dave smokes like 3 packs a day. I've been trying to talk him out of it and get him into counseling.
Right.
But
Great
hasn't
thinking.
hasn't been working. And my dad, on the speakerphone, he goes, Mary Ellen, which is my mom's name. And she's like, what do you want? And he's like, is Dave right or left-handed? And I go, well, I'm 17, Bob. It's amazing you don't fucking know that yet. I'm right-handed. And he goes,
I feel like I know where this is going.
He goes, Mary Ellen, smell his fingers.
Oh.
And I said,
what I thought.
you're fucking disgusting, Bob. I haven't seen you in years. What a gross way to get into my intimate times. And he's like, no, dummy. He's like, Mary Ellen, he has to hold a cigarette with at least 2 of his fingers, probably index and middle. Smell them. If they smell like cigarettes, he's been smoking. And I'm like, thanks so much for the call, Bob, and hung up on him. And I'm like, fine, Mom, I smoke. Bob busted me from like 2,000 miles away. I hadn't seen him in 4 years and got me in trouble for fucking smoking.
You could have just told your mom, like, joke's on you. I was fingering the girl across the street and then let her sniff
and
your
her
fingers.
pussy smells like nicotine. Yeah, I was fingering the Marlboro girl. Like, sorry. But yeah, good old dad.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, interesting stuff with dads.
Dads.
Yeah, but my stepdad is awesome. And you said you have a awesome stepdad too.
Yep.
Yeah. I love my stepdad. Oh my God. In fact, I have to show you because you're not going to believe me, but, and I'm going to pull it up right now. Hang on 1 second.
Go ahead.
So I texted Bruce, who is my stepdad.
Okay.
And I said, this is at 10:31 a.m. And I said, Happy Dad's Day. And if you would read the 3-letter word, he responded. Right underneath Happy Dad's Day, what does that say?
Excuse.
Nope.
Oh,
3 letters under Happy Dad's Day.
Oh, okay. Oh, J-E-U.
Uh-huh. Would you turn that into a word for me, please?
Jew?
Jew? That's what he responded to me with. Okay? And you saw it, so I'm not making this shit up.
So hold on. Is this supposed to be like what's it called? Like an anagram or whatever? Where
Nope.
you're No?
No.
Okay.
Afterwards, he told me he accidentally responded to the text with his new watch where he can like text from his watch. So I was like, I'm going to let it slide until he explains this. But I was dying fucking laughing. I'm like, Happy Dad's Day. And he's like, Jew. I'm like, what? Did I text the wrong person? Like, he's
Did
the
I
most
text
straight
Hitler instead of Bob?
He's the most straight-laced, like, nicest, super smart, super nerdy, introverty guy, and would never. I mean, he's married to my mom. Who's a giant,
and he's not
giant
Jewish?
Jew. No.
Okay.
And I'm just like, Happy Dad's Day. And he's like, Jew. And I'm like, all right, I'll wait.
So not only is he a racist, but he's also a bad speller.
Yeah, exactly. Right? He's like, I'm so furious.
The perfect bigot.
I know, right? Oh, I was fucking dying. So funny. But that's not what he meant. And I love you, Bruce. And I know that that's not what you meant. But yeah, it was absolutely hysterical. He spent Father's Day tinkering around his yard, playing golf, and then watching golf, just doing normal Dad's Day stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, which was great. And I didn't do too much. I tinkered around in my yard. Oh, and then I sent out texts to all of my friends who are dads. And I tell them Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's got to be a hard job. I mean, not for my dad, but I'm sure for dads that were present, it's got to be difficult. So I send that message out to everybody. And a buddy of mine that I haven't talked to in a while texted me back, and I ended up talking to him on the phone. And I don't know how it came up in conversation, but he told me he wanted to tell me about a simple pleasure that he enjoys. And I'm curious if you've ever enjoyed this simple pleasure.
Okay.
He likes to sit down while he pees.
Oh, I definitely do that in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, if I'm, like, and it's typically only if I've been drinking, like, all day or all
Sure.
night, because I also pound, like, a whole fucking, like a smart water bottle of water before bed.
Sure.
So there's plenty of times that I wake up at, like, 4 a.m. with a
Same.
full fucking bladder.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to try to go open-eyed and try to lose that sleep, you know what I
See,
mean?
You're so much smarter than I am. But go on.
So like I will literally get out of bed and I will only crack open one eye just enough to get myself through the bedroom, through the hallway, and into the bathroom. Once I'm in the bathroom, we do have one of those lights that
I was just going to ask, do you have like a little
the glow in the
light?
dark. Yeah. So yeah. Those like sensor lights.
Right.
And then once I get there, yeah, I just sit down and pee. Because I'm like, I don't want to even try to aim in the middle of the night.
Sure.
I might even still be a little drunk sometimes. Who knows? I'm just going to piss everywhere and
Right.
Jess is going to fucking kill me.
Right.
I'm already sitting down pissing while I'm taking a shit. So,
Fair.
you know, might as well.
Plus, I mean, I don't know, proximity-wise, like to your bedroom, is it loud for you to piss? Because I'm very like self-conscious about that when Jen's sleeping. Like, I don't want to. Because when I piss at 4 o'clock in the morning, I have to piss like a fucking liter.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a camel when I drink booze.
It's a long piss.
Yeah.
And I imagine, you know, it would, but I mean, if I was going to
It's like the longest pee from Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
That was so fucking good.
I mean, I would play stealth mode, right? Like, you know the code,
Piss on
right?
the
Like,
side of the
you
bowl.
piss on the side of the bowl to keep
Yeah.
it stealth mode.
Yeah, but that's a dangerous game when you're drunk at 4 in the morning. Like you said, I might be like, sometimes I'm going by sonar because the light isn't right close to the toilet bowl. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm right on the side of the bowl.
Yeah.
No, I'm like pissing on the side of the trash can.
That's why you sit down.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, fuck, the dog got up here? How? We have a baby gate. That's weird.
Oh, John, the dog pissed all over the trash can. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
The upstairs trash can that he can't get to. He scaled the baby gate, came up here, took a piss, then jumped back over the baby gate and slept the rest of the night in his dog bed. What a crafty son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, it's so crazy that it doesn't have like the same ammonia of
Yeah,
dog piss to
exactly.
human.
Yeah, and it's so weird that he pissed like a liter and a half because he doesn't weigh that much, but he'd be like a deflated little bag of dog if he had pissed that much.
So, all right. Anyway,
So he told me that, and you know, my initial reaction, and then I actually, you know what, I'm going to dive off to another direction here because I have to ask you something. You're a little bit younger than I am, and so maybe you're a little bit more in tune with this because I'm born in 1981.
okay.
Does that make me Gen X, or am I a millennial?
You're asking the wrong person.
Okay.
I don't understand all of it either.
Neither do I.
Basically what I could gather is like anybody before, I don't know, 93, I think you're all kind of in the same genre, but I don't know what the previous cutoff is where like
See.
we grew up before the internet and then also with the internet, like
Oh, yeah.
know it very well growing up, like learning the
Oh, yeah.
internet as we're getting older, where there's like our folks, and I don't know what that generation is called, and this is the baby boomers or whatever the fuck you want to
Right.
you know, but
So I thought the definition of millennial was that it was people that were graduating high school in 2000. Right? Because that would be the next millennia. So like 82 would be the beginning of being a millennial. So I would be like the last year of Gen X.
Okay. So I was born in 85,
So
and I graduated in 03.
You'd be a millennial.
Okay.
Yeah, because you graduated after 2000.
See, and it's I don't know.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if. And then so wait, and then Gen Z is everybody younger, right?
Right.
It's all the children now. Okay.
Honestly, I know that I brought it up. I don't give a shit. I just want to know what to be pissed off about being labeled as. So fine, I'm Gen X. So I'm a Gen Xer, but I'm like the oldest possible Gen X. So when somebody says something to me like, "Oh, you know what? I like as a dude, I like to sit down and pee." Us Gen Xers, the first thing that we have to say when somebody says something somewhat feminine like "I like to sit and pee" to a masculine person like myself is that is super gay. Right? Now, I don't, first of all, before we get fucking canceled, I don't mean any offense. I don't want to be that guy who's like, I have 3 gay friends and whatnot, but I do have 3 gay friends, and there are people in my family, and I have no problem wherever you want to, stick your dick or mush your V, it's fucking fine. I don't give a fuck. But that was my initial response, was I was gonna be like, dude, you are so, and then I stopped myself because I'm like, I'm also 42 years old. Maybe he's right. So I waited until the next time I got drunk, which was like 2 days later. And I woke up at 7 a.m. with a monstrously full bladder. And I was like, I'm going to go take a sit down pee.
You're going to do it. Yep.
Bro, it was fucking awesome.
It's life-changing.
It was life-changing. And I'm really annoyed with myself that I didn't get into it when I was younger. Especially when you're super tired. Like, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. This was get up, take a piss, go back to bed, and just lay down. And usually once I do that, I'm wide awake and can't get back to sleep. I went right back to fucking bed.
Now, did you crack the eyes, or did you just walk through normal?
Oh, I was cracked eyes, like one eye open.
That's what
like,
you got to do. You crack
shit.
one eye just enough to get through, because like our room's like blacked out,
Yeah,
like
us too.
Yep. And so like you just crack that one eye open just enough to navigate your way to the toilet. Do you also have like a sensor light toilet thing?
I do. Yeah, I mean, we have one of those like plug-in lights so that it's always on when it's dark out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's just like a plug-in one.
Like a nightlight.
Yeah, like a nightlight.
Okay.
I didn't want to call it nightlight because it's fucking gay. Like, you know what I mean? I want to be like, what are you, 5 and gay? Like, yeah, but that's exactly what I have. I have a fucking nightlight in my bathroom.
Okay. No. So yeah, ours is like you literally just it sits on like the toilet bowl, like it's got like a bendy arm, and then it hangs outside of the toilet bowl. It's underneath the seat. So
is it like pressure, like you sit and then the light turns on?
No, it's censored. So like as soon as you walk into the bathroom,
you're like pissing in the future.
It lights up the toilet. Yeah. Yeah, it lights up the toilet. So which is dope, because like when you're cracking that eye, it's all darkness, and then you get just this light glow of like a green or a blue or red. You can change it to whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I have just enough light to guide me to the toilet and just fucking sit down.
Yeah. That's amazing. Also, on another side note, and then we're going to get back to what I was talking about. So I don't know. And when we have enough listeners, somebody is going to fess up, because a couple years ago, like a year and a half ago, I got a package in the mail and no card. Nobody sent me anything about what it was. And it's this thing that you plug in, and then it has another plug. So you can plug something on the outside of it. And the plug looks like a Darth Vader helmet. And it's motion activated, and it makes Darth Vader noises when the sensor goes off. So I put it in the bathroom without telling Jen. And so she got up in the middle of the night, like to go take a piss, and she just walks into the bathroom, and Darth Vader is like, "This is a day that will live in infamy." And she's like, "Holy fucking what?" And I'm cracking up
freaking
in the
her
bed.
out in the middle of the night.
Absolutely. And she's like, "What the fuck?" Like, I just went to take a piss, and Darth Vader screamed at me. And I'm like, "Yeah." Nobody ever told me who it's from. So somebody tell me who sent me that. I fucking love it. Jen hates it, and I love it even more because of that. But yeah, it's great. But anyway, shout out to my buddy. I'm not going to name drop in case people think it's lame, but I appreciate the sit down and pee. It was phenomenal advice.
Mm-hmm. I bet there's probably more of our friends that do it than don't.
I agree.
And maybe not.
They probably don't admit to it though.
Right, because it's
not manly.
Because I started doing this like a long time ago, and I have brought it up to friends, and they would just call me a fag.
But you only do it at home. Or,
yeah.
I mean, I suppose you could do it
at
somebody else's home.
I mean, I've done it at hotels.
Sure. But I mean, like, you're not at Progressive Field, like, waiting for a stall.
No. This is not in the middle of the day.
Somebody just ate 11 like dollar dogs, and you're like, well, I do want to sit and pee. So when he's done, like, fuck those urinals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go use a stall.
Now I'm gonna go sit down and pee in here.
On the
No.
warm toilet seat.
No.
Ugh.
That's the time where you're
Gross.
just trying to piss all the shit off the bowl.
Exactly.
You're drunk and now playing a game.
Oh yeah.
No. Like I even if I like, let's say that like I got super drunk and crashed over at your place, like on your couch, and like woke up in the middle of the night, I probably wouldn't do it. But
I mean,
maybe I'm
welcome
comfortable
to.
enough with you. Like, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like anybody's gonna walk in on me,
Right.
but
Plus, I mean, we sleep upstairs. You can, if you're sleeping on the couch downstairs, you could sit and pee with the door open, like, as long as you don't mind that my dog stares at you.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Deal.
And the dog.
You're always welcome
Okay.
to piss in front of my dog.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just something that it just hit me one day, and I'm like, why have I not been doing this the whole time?
Same. I just tried, and he was telling me, he's like, so I wake up in the middle of the night and I go, and like the exact same thing you were saying. I don't want the lights on. I want to stay pretty much asleep. He's like, I go in there, I just sit down, I pee, and he's like, obviously I have the sink right next to me. I put my arm on it. I'll put my head down. He's like, I'll just rest there for like a minute while I take a piss. And then he's like, I've just flushed, washed my hands, eyes are still 90% closed, and I go back to bed, and I'm right back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking genius.
Yeah.
Why didn't I ever think of this?
Yeah. It's life-changing.
I'm the smartest person I know.
Yeah.
And I have never thought of this in
Well,
1.5 years.
And compared to your friend, you're now the second
I'm
smartest.
a fucking idiot now. Who's been standing up and pissing loudly like an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad that you finally have, this has come to light.
Yeah, I've ditched my toxic masculinity enough to sit down and have a nice piss.
Yeah. You know,
Lovely.
I don't really use Twitter. I think I had one like a long time ago when I thought it was cool to like follow like Danny DeVito and stuff like that.
I love Danny DeVito, but I've never twatted or tweeted.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, the only reason why I bring this up is because there are a few podcasts that I listen to, Basement Yard included,
Love Basement Yard.
that I think they do like tweet stuff, and maybe it's also because they're much bigger, and it could be due to having a Twitter, and people just start eventually following and sharing and following and sharing. I don't really know all the rules to Twitter yet, but it would be funny to like have an episode like this where we're talking about sitting down to pee, and then we like tweet in the, like right now I would send a tweet out, and like we still have, a bunch of time on the show, and then see how many like answers have come in, or like a voting thing,
right.
like,
that would be fun.
Yeah. That would be things to figure out down the road.
Yeah.
We're only at 4 followers, so but only for 11 more weeks.
But until we are at 1.2 million. But we appreciate all 4 of you.
Yeah. All 4 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for listening.
All right, so let's keep talking about pee stuff. So I've been wanting to ask you a question here for quite some time.
Okay.
And it's a question I posted on Facebook, which I got 4 likes and 1 response to.
Was it our 4 fans?
I don't know. But if it was, though, you guys will get free merch once we have merch. If I can find those 4 fans. But it's the classic question: are you over the fence or through the gate?
Oh, over the fence.
Yeah.
100%. And not only is it just like, I know this.
I had follow-up, but I see you're going exactly where I was going to go.
No, that's fine. I'll let you do your follow-up.
Well, I mean, so it was like, do you like unzip and then it's like, are you a boxer briefs guy?
Yeah, boxer briefs. Yeah.
So is it like unzip the jeans and then it's the boxer briefs down and then it's through, or are you just like dick over the jeans?
No, yeah, I don't unbutton it or unzip. I literally just reach my hand and pull my whole bag out with my dick.
Bag
and then,
too?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Because if you have just the dick, because if you have just the dick, by the time you're getting, well, it is uncomfortable, but also by the time that you get down to like, you're finishing up, if you pull that back in, like your urethra is already kind of getting pinched just enough at the end of that you tuck it back in, you got piss all over your pants. So I pulled the whole bag out, so everything is just loosey-goosey, comfortable, there's no restrictions, and then good to go from there.
All right, so I am somewhat similar, but also very different.
Okay.
So it's like if this was like a thing on the SATs, I'd be like filling in E for other, because I don't really do either. So I mean, you know me, and you've known me a long time, and everybody who knows me knows that I fucking sag my pants, right? I rock.
Yeah.
And it's not a fashion statement. It's not for street cred. It's not because I'm fucking gangster. It's
Prison
because
rules.
I've been fat my whole life, and so I have two options because I'm kind of like, a little bit bell-shaped. So my options are to pull my pants up and tuck them under my nipples, or they have to go down to right above like my pelvis.
Like where where your
low.
dick hat is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I rock my pants or shorts like where my dick hat is. I like that dick hat.
Yeah.
But I also hate seeing dudes butt crack.
Mm-hmm.
It's so disgusting. So I'm very cognizant of that. So I rock my boxer briefs up higher to make sure there's no butt crack
So
visible.
if you do have to like bend over to grab something or whatever.
Because people love to throw fucking quarters at me because I'm Jewish and watch me because they know I can't not pick them up. It's fucking free money.
No, I get it.
Yeah, but I don't want to pick it up and then be like, oh, look at the coin slot on that Jew. So I have to have it covered up all the time. I'm very, very cognizant of it. So because of that, low shorts and or pants, high boxer briefs, there's not, and this is not a big dick thing. I do not have a big dick. But there's not a lot of distance between the tip of my dick and where my boxer briefs come up to. So what I do is I unzip and then I reach in and I pull up one pant leg of my boxer brief and pull my dick and bag out.
Interesting.
I call it gopher holing.
Gopher hole.
So I gopher hole out the bottom and then I take a piss and then pop it right back and zip up and I'm done. Pretty great.
That's interesting. I've never heard of that
I don't think
technique.
anyone has.
No,
it's brand fucking new.
All of my friends that I've had this question with, it's just either unzip the zipper and then pull the dick out through your boxer hole and just pull everything through.
Right, which is
weirds me
so
out.
weird.
Yeah, it weirds me out. Like there's also like the zipper teeth in there. Not that you really have to worry about any damage control.
No.
But it just takes the one wrong movement when you're drunk that the skin just gets pinched in between those teeth.
100% agree, but never even mind. I mean, we're going a little straight to the top here, so never mind the zipper teeth. There's also the confusion of the folds in the boxer brief in the front,
Oh yeah.
the right to left. Sometimes I'll get confused and I'll try to put the right over the left instead of the left over the right, and then my tip of my dick's out, but my balls are hanging out of the bottom. And it's like a fucking Rubik's Cube for my dong while I'm hammered.
But think of this too. Once you already have it out, also, when you're done, then you have to navigate it back in.
Exactly. I have to reverse work it.
Yeah. It's not like you can just grab your
piss.
pants and underwear and pull it straight out to suck the penis back in. You have to navigate it back around those entrance folds.
You remember that kid that I assume everybody had in kindergarten or first or second grade or whatever that had to pull his pants and his underwear down to his fucking ankles?
I still love to do that from time to time when I'm
kind of want to do it. That's something I would totally rock at Progressive Stadium.
It's so funny to me. I still love doing that from time to time. If I'm with a bunch of my buddies at a bar or whatever, and we're all having to take a piss at the same time, if it's not me, it's probably James. James is probably also. In fact, I have a photo, and it might be from Patty's, that we were at Harbor Inn.
Oh, sure.
I think Harbor Inn. And
it's a classic bar.
Me, him, and Toomey got in there, and
all three of you?
Well, no, it was just James. So
okay.
I walked in, I don't know, got done peeing on me. I was washing my hands, and James walked in and has his pants all the way around his ankles.
Fucking hilarious.
And so I have a selfie photo of me and Toomey smiling, and James's bare butt is in the background.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, is he one of the 69 boys?
James is not. No.
Toomey.
It's Toomey. Yes.
Right.
So it's me, Toomey, his little brother Tom, and our buddy Eric.
Nice.
We already talked about this, right?
I don't know.
I don't remember if we talked about this last episode or not.
I don't know either.
Shit.
I just remember seeing your 69 boys tattoo. You pulled it out. Was that around the corner? Maybe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When I first got it done. Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Jen was horrified.
Yeah. So yeah. By the way, everybody that's listening that doesn't know, I have a 69 boys butt tattoo.
Yeah.
And it's boys with a Z.
Obvi.
Yeah. I don't remember if I've told that story or not.
I don't think so.
No?
No, but it's not just you. These people we're talking about, you guys all got matching tattoos.
Yeah, so, I mean, here's the deal. Me, Toomey, and his little brother all wanted to go to Chicago to see Andrew WK. And Toomey's girlfriend came with us. And our buddy Eric and his girlfriend, I think they're living in Austin. And then they also flew out to meet up with us. So that Saturday, we started hanging out, drinking like all day. And on the way to Chicago, Toomey's little brother mentioned, like, we should get like a tattoo while we're out here. That'd be really cool.
Sure.
And mind you, Toomey and Eric, neither one of them have tattoos.
Zero.
Holy
shit.
And Tom and I have a bunch of fucking dumb tattoos. Like cool tattoos, dumb tattoos, it doesn't matter. You know, art's art, fun's fun. Stories are stories. And so we were hanging out during the day drinking, and then Toomey's girlfriend was hanging out as well, and then she's like, I want to go shopping. And we're like, well, we don't want to do that.
Right.
So we're going to keep going on, and then we're going to go to the AWK show. So us boys keep getting fucking drunker and drunker. We get an Uber to the venue. And I'm sitting front seat, and the other three boys are in the back, and Tootsie Roll by the 69 Boys comes on the radio.
Oh my God, is this the reason why?
This is where it all came from. And we are like sitting there, we're all kind of drunk, got a good buzz going. And Toomey goes, guys, what do you think it takes to be like a 69 boy? Like, is it a gang that you have to have like to get into? Like, what's the initiation? Like, you have to like 69 with another dude, but doing like cartwheels while you do it. If you fall, you fail, you don't make it in the gang. And we're just super drunk. Like, I'm like dying, laughing, crying,
Absolutely.
and like apologizing to this poor Uber driver. I'm like, I'm so sorry. She was very sweet. Like, I'm so sorry. We're just really drunk. And she's like, this is the most ridiculous conversation I've ever heard. That's fine. Keep going. So we get to Andrew WK, and we're watching the show. Tom,
Partying hard, of course.
Oh, we're definitely partying hard.
That's a great fist pumper song.
Yeah. So Tom, Toomey's little brother, is basically hitting like an all-time drunk. Like, he's having a fucking blast. Like, Toomey and I snuck up in like the balcony seats, and he somehow got his way up there. I don't know how, but he's like falling asleep while the show's going on. He's like clapping for no reason. He starts lighting up cigarettes. Right? That's a full fucking Rybo move.
Yeah.
Just lighting up cigarettes where you're not supposed to be smoking it. And so when the show's over, we're like, well, we still want to go grab a drink, but Tom's pretty fucking lups up doy, right?
Right.
And sorry, that's a Dude, Where's My Car reference.
Got it, yeah.
And so we're like, we need to get him some water. And so we're like, all right, Tom, we're going to go to this bar. You need to drink some water and then kind of chill out about it. He goes, fuck that. He's like, if you guys are going to make me drink water, I'm just going to go to bars by myself and drink. And we're like, well, we can't let him do that. We're not in Cleveland.
Right.
So I was like, Toomey, I got a really good idea. So we go to the bar, and I order a round for all of us. But for Tom, I ask for a non-alcoholic beer.
Sure.
Pour it in a pint glass. If he were to ask me, I'd be like, oh, it's their local Pilsner. I don't
exactly.
Whatever. Right? Because all of us had cans and bottles.
It's a wheat beer.
Yeah. It's, so he has 2 or 3 of those. And Tom starts to become a human again.
Nice.
As we're still getting drunker. And now Tom's back to reality, and he's like, so are we getting those tattoos or not? And we're like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm down. And Toomey's like, I don't know. And we're like, we should get the 69 Boys tattoo. Like, that was hysterical. We're all super drunk. And Toomey looks at Eric, and he's like, and all of us, he goes, I'll get one if Eric gets one.
You guys waterfall.
And so Eric's like, okay. And he's like, wait, hold on a second. He's like, you weren't supposed to do that. I thought you were going to say no, so I can say no. And he looks at his girlfriend and goes, you're going to let him do that? And she goes, it's his fucking body. I don't care.
It's his
And Tommy's
ass.
Toomey's like, fuck.
Did she know it was going to be an ass tattoo?
Had no idea.
No.
We literally just discussed it like all in that moment. And we're like, let's just get it on our butts. We're hammered, right?
I love this.
So it's fucking like 12:30, right? a.m. And so I'm calling around Chicago fucking tattoo parlors, and I get one. I go, hey, listen, you guys still open? They're like, yeah, we're still open for like another hour or two. I'm like, dope. I got 4 dudes that want to come in and get butt tattoos that say 69 Boys.
We want 4 15-minute tattoos.
Yeah, so the guy's
perfect.
like, yeah, the guy's like,
He's like, fuck
okay,
yeah, I'll take
yeah,
your
I guess
I'll take your $50 off all 4 of you.
Yeah.
No problem.
So we and I go back inside. I'm like, boys, let's fucking go. Like, I found a spot. We're getting them done. And both, like, you could see Toomey's like, fuck.
Yeah.
So we get the Uber over there and we fucking get the tattoos done, which was hysterical. Because, like, we walk in and they're like, yo, what's up? You guys must be the 69 boys. And we're like,
yeah, we fucking are.
Yeah. And so we are like trying to choose what font. We're like, oh, we'll do a Comic Sans or whatever, you know.
Fucking Comic Sans.
Yeah, I don't remember if that's actually what we got, but so all of us got the butt tattoos. We go to one more bar and we're like, all right, it's time to go back home. This is Saturday night, right? We're leaving tomorrow morning-ish. Eric and his girlfriend go back to their hotel. Me, Toomey, and Tom go back to the Airbnb. We get there and Tom and I are sharing a room and we're like getting ready kind of like for bed or whatever. And Toomey comes like running in. He's like, guys, I think I fucked up. And we're like, what happened? He's like, I just went in and showed Krista. Like, I just like woke her up and was like, hey, check this out. Like, I got a tattoo. And I pulled down my pants and showed her the 69 Boys tattoo. And her response was, you're a lot fucking stupider than I thought you were.
This is awesome.
So it like immediately crushed him because he was like at a fun drunk and he
Sure.
thought he was just gonna be like, ha, that's hilarious, a butt tattoo. And she's like, you're a lot fucking stupider than I thought you were.
Oh, yeah.
And he told us that, of course, we're laughing in his face.
Of course. Because
So
we're good friends.
right. So we get up in the morning, we go get lunch at some burger place, and it's kind of just like whatever, but you know, not really talking at all, casual stuff. The whole fucking ride home was like complete silence. Like Toomey was so embarrassed and felt like he was in trouble because she was mad at him for this. And then,
And he still has the same woman.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're still together, yeah, and
She's
that's
great.
still, I think, the only tattoo that he has, but
That's hilarious.
and which is already, you know, it doesn't matter. It's like the only person that sees it is Krista.
Right.
I mean, I think over like New Year's or Christmas, Eric was in town, and all 4 of us got a picture together of
Right.
all 4 of us.
That's
know,
fucking hilarious.
But yeah, so that's where the story comes from.
I love it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to your butt tattoos.
Yeah. Shit, I feel like we got so distracted. I didn't mean to.
That's
pull
all
it
right.
up.
That was a great story. So we were talking about gopher holing.
Oh yeah, gopher holing. Oh yeah, so I mean, unless you have something, and we can come back to it. But there was another question I was going to
No,
kind
go
of
ahead.
tie into that. Are
That'd
you
be
sure?
great. Yeah, yeah.
Since we were talking about the whole sitting down and peeing thing,
Right.
what about your wiping technique when you're pooping?
Oh.
Can I ask if do you sit or like stand squat when you wipe?
I am a sitter.
A sitter.
I
Okay.
am. Mhm.
And then are you a folder or a crumpler?
I'm a folder, and I don't know how people can be crumplers. Are you a crumpler?
I am. I'm a stand squatter, and I also crumple.
Bro.
It's basically like it basically builds like a shield for your hand.
No,
So like
that's what folding does. You literally can fold it around your hand.
yeah, but it's like I don't know, maybe like a Captain America shield, but just bigger.
Don't ever make the Captain America fist when we're talking about wiping
Our
technique.
asses.
Yeah. He's like, so how do you handle your anus, Captain America fist?
Yeah.
That's a bit aggressive.
I just and maybe it's just me, but I feel like other people do it as well. But I feel like sitting down and like wiping. So here's the deal: when you wipe, you have to look at it to see how many more times you got to wipe. I have this fear.
I don't.
And okay, so
I don't. But I will say this: I do a stand-up polish.
okay,
Yeah.
a stand-up check.
Yep.
One more.
When I'm done doing the appropriate amounts of, when there's less viscosity, that's not the word. When there's, no more mush,
Yeah.
then I do a stand-up wipe, and then that's when I'm like, okay, that was enough. Into the toilet. And then also, like a gentleman, I put the toilet seat down before I flush. Because otherwise you're spreading poop particles everywhere.
Oh, the lid.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Oh,
I was like,
You're like, oh, shit.
I was like,
This dude's got the seat
hold
up.
on,
All
one
right,
second.
yeah.
Let's
Also,
rewind.
Yeah, just kidding.
So
the lid.
So I also sit on the bare bowl when
Yeah.
I'm shitting. Yeah. Okay. No. So I have this like fear. Maybe this is just me, but like sitting down, I understand you kind of just lean, right? But like, well, besides you, everybody's checking after a wipe, or maybe a couple wipes. But what if there's that chance that you're just not lifted enough and you accidentally swipe poop underneath your thigh?
I don't know because I don't do that. Apparently, I'm the only person though.
Wait, has other people told you that they've done that
No,
before?
you just said everybody besides you.
Oh, what I meant was because you're not looking at the toilet paper.
Oh, is that not an? Oh my god, I pee like a fucking weirdo. I wipe my ass. I take shits like a weirdo.
Well,
like,
because I mean, I think like everybody's looking at the toilet paper after.
your Jewish wife like saltines without salt. Jews are so fucking weird, bro.
I mean,
We're just
like,
wiping willy nilly and eating garbage crackers with no seasoning on them, like having the worst holidays.
I don't know.
Awful.
I'm even hanging out with you guys.
And yet we're the chosen people.
Mhm.
Shocking.
It's true.
Oh my god.
No, I mean, everybody looks after they're done wiping, right? Whether you don't do it after the first one, maybe you go 2 or 3, and then you check to see if there's anything left. And by that time, you probably got a good chunk of it wiped off. So if it does going to scrape the thigh, you're going to be probably good to go.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like a stand squat and just kind of I build the shield and
I don't know. I don't have the quad strength for it.
start doing more squats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Got to work on your core so you can take shits better.
Sorry,
That's what I'm going to tell my doctor. He's going to be like, "Oh, I see you're working out. What made that happen?" I'm like, "Well, Tony told me I got to wipe my butthole a little smarter. According to Pizza Bagels, I'm doing it wrong. So I've been working on my core."
So yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I had to.
That's all right.
Sidetrack.
All right. So I said I hate dudes' butt cracks. And I do.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. I think it's so gross. There's a guy
weird.
that comes up to the Richland all the time, and he's a disgusting piece of shit regardless. Mark the Shark, if you're listening, go fuck yourself. He's the only person I'll name drop in a negative way. We're here to bring people up. We're all about positivity. We bring up together and bring down in private, but that guy's a fucking piece of shit. And his ass crack is always out. It's fucking disgusting. But that aside, what is your least favorite fashion faux pas? Doesn't have to be for you. It could be for anyone. Like I used to go hard on hating visible panty line on ladies.
So where you can see it like through their pants?
Yeah, because it looks like a fucking diaper.
Well,
It's just not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I stare at it, but it looks gross.
but let's break it down, okay? Let's say that they're wearing like a regular pair of pants. I don't know when you can usually see it. They're like khakis or like
So I was at
jeans
Giant
or
Eagle getting booze for this today, and there was a chick wearing jean shorts, not like fucking coochie cutters, like regular
Just
old
regular jean shorts. Okay.
And they were very, very tight on her, and you could see exactly where her underwear was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about it, not just because I wanted to talk about it with you today, but because I was like, man, I used to think that's really, really gross, and now I was like, kind of one-eyed looking at it, like, I don't hate it anymore. But
You're
I used
like,
to
"It's
think
not so
like,
bad."
it's not so bad.
No, I mean, that never bothered me. I do notice that sometimes, and the funny thing you brought this up is because Jess and I have been watching through Sopranos. She didn't watch it when
Sopranos.
it was like first out, so we're basically rerunning through it. And I haven't seen it since high school, so we're running back through it. But Tony's wife, there's a lot of scenes that she's moving around and doing stuff, and you can see that the panty line is like where it's at, like on her cheeks.
Yep.
Different movements.
She's fucking hot, bro.
Yeah.
Edie Falco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially in that show, because she was like such a bitch most of the time.
Well, she had to.
Yeah,
I mean,
she
look at her
absolutely.
situations.
But
yeah.
I don't know. I like
It's one of those
bitches.
things. It's like you know what you're getting into, but when it actually happens, then you're like, "Fuck."
When she starts yelling at him and he starts having like panic attacks about it, he's like eating all the fucking capicola. And she's like, "Hey Tony, you got to pay fucking Anthony's fucking high school bill." And he's like, "Who the fuck is in high school?" And then like passes out.
Yeah.
Like, that girl Carmella. Don't fucking get him. I love tough bitches like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I really have like a
All right, so
nothing that really bothers me.
I don't like visible white socks.
Me too.
I fucking
Me too.
bro. Like I hate it.
Me too.
It drives me nuts. Do you remember the movie Elf?
Of course.
All right, you know the black guy that was working at Gimbals,
Yeah.
that the heavyset guy?
Yeah. The big black guy. Yeah.
And he always had pants.
He's
that were,
hilarious
like,
in like everything. Yeah.
He's hilarious in fucking everything. He was wearing pants that were like 3 inches too short, and he had black shoes and white socks, and he went storming around that place all the time. And Jen and I used to work at this restaurant downtown with this chick, Chanel, that worked there. And she always did the same thing. Like, her black work pants were 2 inches too short, and we had to wear black shoes, and she would always wear white socks, and it drove me fucking insane. Like, I'm wearing white socks right now, but they're ankle socks, and I hate them. I have size 12 and a half wide feet. No ankle socks fit me correct. They're like fucking knee-high socks, or they come halfway up my foot. These things I stretched out, and now they can just fit perfectly over my ankle. They're uncomfortable. I hate them, but I'd much rather wear these than have visible, like, big white socks.
I have not
gross.
worn white socks since middle school.
Exactly.
Like, I think in high school, my mom started buying me like
Bulk white socks.
No, like the black like ankle socks.
Oh.
And so I'm like, these
You're
are
a cool
sick.
mom.
Yeah. And so I just fucking I mean, you talked to her, you met her.
Yeah, I met her. Yeah.
We talked about fingering.
We sure did. You do have a cool mom. We did talk about fingering. That's a cool mom.
Yeah, and and I've just never turned back since. And I do have a few friends, and there's one, I'm not going to drop his name, but just a few weeks ago and I notice it all the time when we hang out with him. And I think there's a point now that he will purposely point it out, because apparently he does switch back and forth, but
Back and forth between like white and black socks.
Yeah, and I don't think he really does.
Length. It's
well,
like,
he's got the ones that like come up like just like a little like above the ankle. Like, they're not like the ankle socks. They come up a little bit more.
that's typically what I rock.
Yeah, and
black.
so like
All black.
Yeah, and yeah, I only have black socks, and it's so funny to me to see like an adult male wearing white socks.
If you're an adult male wearing white socks, you should be mowing your lawn wearing New Balances. Like, and your lawnmower should be electric.
Yeah, boogie woogie woogie.
Homo. Yeah. Or you're like 58, you're wearing like a polo that's tucked in, you have a brown belt on.
Yeah, I have busted his balls multiple times.
Yeah.
I've gone on vacations with them. I'm like, bro, you're rocking these white socks. Like,
Yeah.
there's a reason that people don't wear those anymore.
At a restaurant, like, are you trying to get 35% off before 4:30 p.m. for your dinner? It's fucking
The
ridiculous.
early bird sale.
Yeah, dude. You know what's funny for our 4 listeners? They probably think that you and I like game plan these conversations about like beforehand. I was like, hey, Tony, we should talk about fashion faux pas. And then you're like, oh, yeah, I also have somebody who hates white socks. No, we don't talk about any of this shit. This is all au naturel, babies.
And this is what I love, because actually when we do hang out, this is literally how the conversations go. So
exactly.
we don't even have to do any planning.
Nope.
We can just fucking roll off of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, white socks, I gotta say, that's the only one that does. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I'm like, I notice it, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I hate it.
Like, you're in your like mid to late 30s,
You can't afford
early 40s, and you're wearing white socks.
fitted socks.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go to a fucking tailor to have them made for you. They sell them at like DSW or Foot Locker, wherever the fuck people, or Amazon, where everybody buys I could get a dozen fucking black ankle socks delivered to my house by 8 p.m. today. What time is it right now?
It's 7:09.
Yep, I could get them there by 8 o'clock. Probably drone drop me some fucking socks in no time. There's no excuse for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the only one that I have. Everything else doesn't really bother me.
What are your thoughts on visible feet? Like sandals, flip-flops?
That's fine. It doesn't bother me at all.
I'm okay with it too. I'm okay with it too.
I mean,
as long as you don't have disgusting feet.
Yeah. Because I've seen you wear the flip-flops.
I wear flip-flops all the time.
Yeah. No, that doesn't bother me at all. Feet don't bother me at all.
Now,
I don't have any sexual attraction to them,
Nor
but
do I.
also I have no problem with them like touching me at all.
Same. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking suck on them or anything, but
Same.
whatever. Now you have seen me wear flip-flops because I wear flip-flops all the time. And those are flip-flops. Now, what are your thoughts on the division between flip-flops, sandals, and I hate to be that old fucking Gen Xer, thongs.
Thongs? Is that what they're called?
Tongs are what you use to like pick up chicken off of a grill.
You're right.
Thongs are not just underpants. They're
also the
things that go between
your big toe and the second toe. Yeah. Listen,
I get fired up about this shit, by the way.
so here's the deal. I don't like any of those. It's just not me.
I don't think I've ever seen your feet before.
No. You've seen my ankles,
That's true.
but no. It's just not me.
Only when they were behind your shoulders.
No, I don't like any of those. Like, my stepdad would wear like those like Jesus sandals, those leather ones.
Oh, like Birkenstocks? Those are sandals.
Yeah,
if
like-
Jesus would wear them, those are fucking. That's exactly what I said. I'm like, someone's like, oh, I like your sandals. These aren't sandals.
No.
This is the 21st century.
Yeah, I'm talking about the leather ones that like wrap around like your Achilles and a couple of times across your feet.
Yep, they have like belt buckles on
Yeah,
the top of your
yeah,
feet.
yeah.
Those are Birks, and those are fucking sandals like Jesus wore.
Right. So like my stepdad has definitely worn those before. That just seems like a weird, uncomfortable thing to put on.
Thongs are obviously the things that get wedged between, just like your
That
booty
also,
underpants
and I
do.
fucking hate that smack sound when people are walking with them.
I do too.
Everyone like walking around, I don't know, let's say an amusement park or literally anywhere down the street. Yeah, it's just like
Yep, but not in a sexy way.
slapping on their feet. I'm like, oh, that is so annoying.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
And then I don't know, what's the other option? The
Flip-flops.
flip-flops. Yeah. So when we were in Mexico, I bought a pair from one of the little shops for like $5 because I'm like, we're gonna be on the beach
Right. Those are
a
perfect
bunch. I'm
beach
like,
wear.
and I don't want to get my shoes all fucking sandy, et cetera, et cetera.
Plus, if they get stolen, they're $5.
It
Who
doesn't
gives a
matter.
fuck?
I left them there. I left them in our Airbnb. I was like, I'm not taking these home. I'm not
See,
fucking.
that's a fucking baller move right there, kiddos.
Yeah, I am.
Buy shitty fucking flip-flops and then leave them in goddamn Mexico.
Yeah, I'm like, this can give them some poor Mexican
Not trying
child
to
or
bring your
adult. I don't know.
Mexican diseases back here with us. These fucking $5 shoes.
I just don't wear them, and there's no reason to take up space in my suitcase.
Fair.
Yeah, not into it. Not into any of them. I don't like any of them. I stick to either my slip-ons, typically like a Vans or so, and then I rock the Chucks.
Yeah, I'm starting to get into shoe game a little bit. I'm starting to like shoes and hats. I like accessories.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first time ever. Anybody who knows me, or anybody who's ever seen a picture of me in the last 10 years, I've been wearing the same outfit. CLE
Usually
hoodie,
black,
black.
all black, and you usually got the hat.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jeans or shorts.
Yeah.
Flip-flops or black shoes.
yeah. I mean, I feel like it's kind of the same. I mean, does anybody really at this age really have a real fashion statement unless it's like Toomey, for example? He will fucking talk all day about having fashion statement advice and et cetera, et cetera. But I think for everybody else, like, you rock like a regular shirt, whether it's a band shirt, it's
Sure.
a horror shirt, maybe a blank tee, whatever. I mean, I fucking roll my jeans up for summertime Tony, which
Yes,
is
you
going to
sure
be
do.
starting fucking. I'm going to do that probably
Today.
right after this. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fucking 80 degrees. It's hot as
Right.
fuck.
It's time.
And
But
then
like,
just
when I say I have fashion sense now, like when I left the house today, I was like, do I want to wear my red Adidas and my red hat, or do I want to wear my black coat shoes and my black hat?
mm-hmm.
And I went black. So that also accessorized because I wear silicone rings for my wedding ring.
Okay.
So I went with black. Instead of wearing my nice Armani watch, I wore my black electric fucking watch. So yeah, I feel like I have an ensemble.
Yeah, and listen, actually, Jacob Gallagher,
I do.
him and Taylor Hutchinson.
Uh-huh.
So both of them also very big into accessorizing.
Yeah.
I don't know all of Taylor's habits, but I've talked with Jacob frequently, and I know he's very big into matching his hat, sunglasses, and shoes. If he wants to have a day, yep, there's your black sunglasses to match everything else.
Yeah.
Sorry. But if Jacob's like, I'm going to wear a fucking bright neon green hat today,
Yeah.
his sunglasses are going to match, and so are his fucking shoes.
I fucking dig it, man.
Jacob is
I like
one that accessorizes. He's probably like the person that I know the most that would accessorize.
I want to be that person.
Yeah.
I
then
do.
You
I
got
don't
to hang
know
out with
why.
Jacob.
You know what? I'm just finding places that have super dope looking shoes that are not crazy expensive. These hats, which I bought 3 of in the last 4 months. They're all Guardians hats. I have a red one. I have this black and white one. I have a white on white one. And then I can match my fancy ass fucking shoes to go with them. Now I just need a couple more watches, and then I'm gonna start getting like Adidas jackets to go. I'm gonna get fucking track suits. I don't give a fuck, dude.
That's sick.
Yeah. I'm gonna look like I'm selling lunch meat out of the trunk of my car in
was
fucking
gonna say,
little Slovenia.
We should fucking
Got a gold necklace
We
and
should-
look like a fucking baller.
we should fucking get matching fucking jumpsuits like out of Sopranos
Fuck yeah, dude.
and just fucking walking
Like we're
around.
sitting outside Satriel's.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, we'll sit outside of like a. I don't really have any like little Italian shops, but like a
We'll
fucking
pretend we'll sit
a
outside
coffee
Mars
shop.
bar.
Yeah, a Mars bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll
Or
tell
our
We'll tell
jumpsuits.
Georgie to shut the fuck up a bunch of times. Shut the fuck up, Georgie.
Hey,
Hey,
oh,
get the fuck back in. Where's the fresh mutts, Georgie?
Oh,
Oh, hey, oh. Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be fucking. And he would love that, by the way.
No, he wouldn't. He
Yes,
would
he
fucking
would.
be yelling at us. It's like, who the fuck you think you are?
I'm
talking
like a
that?
foot taller than him. He will fucking love it. I love Georgie.
I know, me too. Oh, okay.
How we doing time wise?
We're an hour in,
Nice.
so
It goes so fast.
it does.
You
go
know,
fast.
I fucking look forward to it all week long. It goes so fucking slow. It's this is all theory of relativity stuff, and the greatest explanation of theory of relativity of all time goes to LL Cool J from the movie Deep Blue Sea. Do you remember that shitty movie?
Oh yeah,
He explained that.
Samuel Jackson.
Uh-huh.
Sharks fucking ate him.
Yep, of course. LL Cool J, he explained that in that movie. He said, put your hands on a hot stove for 5 seconds and it'll feel like an hour. Put your hands on a hot woman for an hour and it'll feel like 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's the greatest explanation of the theory of relativity. I mean, Einstein would get a fucking hard on. Like, that is incredible.
Yeah.
But that's how it is for our show. Like, I look forward to it all week. And I'm like so excited. I'm like, fuck, when the fuck is it going to be time for us to do this thing? And then we sit down and we're like, all right, hit record. And then here we are now, an hour in, and it's like, God damn it, it's over.
It feels like 15 minutes have
Yeah,
gone
dude,
by.
it's
Yeah,
so
on the
fast.
conversations. Yeah, we're an hour in. And I know, like, basically all of our episodes they've been roughly between that hour and a half. We
Yeah,
should probably
we
be
gotta trim
trying to
them down a
be
little bit.
down to an hour. I don't know. I mean, I guess it all kind of depends on how much people actually, like, enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've listened to podcasts that were, like, hour and a half. I'm
Definitely.
Like, cool. This is, like, a couple rides for me to like, go back and forth to work, like,
Exactly.
and continue on or whatever. And maybe you got like, you're like, well, we're gonna go to Chicago for the weekend.
Sure.
Here's an hour and a half to fucking kill.
Yeah, on
You
your
know,
5
and then you can
drive.
throw on some music or some
100%.
stand-up comedy, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't feel super bad, but I
No.
guess I don't know what all the regulations are. That I mean, I feel like mostly everything's at an hour, but
We'll get there.
how do you cut that shit, man?
I know.
I mean, we're only like 4 episodes in, so we'll figure it out
We
along
won't.
the way.
We haven't edited shit, though. This has just been straight pizza
Mm-hmm.
and the bagel fucking bullshitting until the bullshitting's done.
Yep.
I love
And hopefully everybody else is enjoying as much as we are.
it. Absolutely.
So
Oh,
let's do this shot, and then I have a new game for us.
excellent. Cheers.
Salud.
Look at the nice ass on your shot
I
glass.
know, the ass
Those
and the
fucking
titties.
cheeks, man.
Ass and the titties. Okay. So, if any of you listeners have listened to the first couple episodes of our shenanigans here, Dave and I like to play a game where we have a topic and someone's pulling names out of a hat, and then we kind of go from there. So, I do have another fun topic for this week.
Can't wait.
So I'm gonna let you pick. Again, this one's also, it's not gonna be sexual, like the fuck, marry, kill, because I felt like that we should have went with just the guys.
Okay.
All right. And then we had the cult one, which could have been chosen either one. So this is gonna be another fun one. So you could pick from the girls, the guys, both, whatever you want.
Am I picking 3?
You're picking 3, and then
don't even
I
know
will
which
give
hat is
you.
which, but okay.
Oh yeah. So no, remember the
Doesn't even matter.
the VGS is the V's for vagine, and then
Smart.
and then the plain black hat is just the guys.
All right. Well, I'll take one vagine, and would you mind sliding me? There we go.
Okay,
All
so
right.
we got one girl one, and you're doing 2 boys. Okay, so same as the cult. Okay.
Okay.
And so actually, I mean, like real quick before you open those up.
Yep.
And I know that we've already had a few of the friends that have shown up in these games. Do we exchange out people that have already been involved?
Yeah, why not?
Just to kind of keep
Mix
the
it
fun
up.
and everything?
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
Because we pulled like Garrison and Wildo.
We've had Garrison, Wildo, Crump,
Ray,
and Toomey.
Mm-hmm.
We should have 6 totals. Is that 6?
I don't know.
Toomey, Crump, Garrison, Wildo, Ray, and Coley.
Right.
So that's 6. So we've had that. So if we get any of those, let's switch out just to kind of keep the game going, because we do have one buddy that's been listening.
Okay.
And I said, listen, your name's in this fucking hat too.
Yeah, so it's coming up.
Because he said he guessed my fuck, marry, kill. And
Nice.
When it came to the cult, he thought I was going to go, I think, the same route that you might have.
Yeah.
Mr. Amador.
I love me some Dan
So,
Amador.
and I told him, I go, listen, your fucking name's in this hat too, bud. So you can get pulled out at any time.
So do you want me to announce the names, or do you want to announce the question?
I'm going to give you the question first. I think that's typically what we do.
Sure.
And I'm going to give you the question first, and then you can release. Actually, you know what? I don't know what's the better way to go. Maybe open the names first.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the names first, and then I'll ask you the question.
Okay, and then are you gonna
And then I'm
pull names, or is this
no,
just
I'm
for
going to
me?
use the same names, the same as we've done. Like
love it.
Same as we've done all the past weeks.
Okay.
I'm going to use the same names that you have, and then go off there. So who do we have?
We have Tiffany,
Okay, Tiffany.
whom I love.
And that's from the girls' hat. So Dave pulled 2 from the boys' hat. What is that?
This has nothing.
It's a blank. Okay, so pull
So
another
one of us is a stupid idiot,
So somehow there's a blank page that got put in there.
and I have to put this back because it was pulled. That's Wildo.
Okay, yeah, we already had Wildo, so let's pull 2 more. Unless you want to change one of them up for another gal.
No.
Okay, sexist.
Fuck off. If I have another exchange, I'll go for another gal.
Okay.
So we'll have another gal because that's Coley.
Okay, Chloe's already been in.
All right, so we have Ribo.
Okay, so Ribo, Tiffany. All right, so you're going to pull another gal?
And Ray.
Of course.
So we'll pull one more. Jocelyn. So Jocelyn, Tiffany, and Ribo.
Okay.
This is an interesting mix.
All right, so are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here's the question.
I'm so glad this isn't sexual, by the way, because this would be so fucking uncomfortable.
It is, but it isn't. You ready?
Of course it is.
So it's only sexual because of this. You just started a new job being a hooker.
I did.
You did. So you're a fresh hooker.
Gigolo.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a man.
So here's the deal. One of these people is going to be your pimp. One of them is also going to be your fellow hooker or gigolo. And the other person is going to be paying for services.
Paying for service from me?
Well, I mean, just like who
In
would
my
be
harem?
who would be the person that would be probably like, I mean, you could say like, it's just paying for services. Like you could pick a person to be coming to pay for the hooking. I mean, I guess it would have to be from you. Is that weird? Do we want to switch out?
No. I'm okay with all of that. Wow. Say it one more time.
So you just got a new job being a hooker, gigolo. Okay, so one of these is going to be your pimp. One of them is going to be a fellow hooker or gigolo, and somebody's going to be paying for services. We could switch out names if if it feels weird to have the gals in. Okay.
No. I don't fucking. I apologize if anybody else feels weird. I don't have any filter about feeling weird at all. All right. So
these are all just our friends.
Yeah.
These are all just fun scenarios.
So my pimp,
you get the luck of the draw.
Like, who would be my business manager?
Who's your John? Yeah.
And who is my John would be who is paying for services, and then who do I want hooking with me?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
so
man.
so you got one of them's going to be your pimp.
Shockingly easy for me.
And then one's going to be also like standing on the street with you, all dolled up, and then someone's going to be paying for services for. Not necessarily for you, but could be for, who else you have also hooking with you.
Very easy.
Okay.
All right.
Go on.
All right. my business manager, which is what I will refer to her as because I respect her.
I already feel like knew where you're going to go with this.
I don't think you do. My business manager would be Jocelyn.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's where you thought that was going.
No, I thought you were going to pick Tiff.
I thought that's what you would think also.
Yeah.
But absolutely not. And it's nothing against you, Tiff. I know you're an excellent businesswoman. Jocelyn, you are an amazing businesswoman. I love where you work, and I've participated in your work with you a bunch of times. But I'm definitely going Jocelyn because she would keep the books proper. And more than that, it's because Tiffany would be so fun to hook with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she'd be like so supportive. She'd be like, "Go get him, baby." Like, you know what I mean? Like, she wouldn't be judgy at all, or be competitive. Like, I'm gonna make so much more than you. Like, she'd just be like, "Listen, let's take fucking mushrooms together and get through this shit."
Dave, you got this.
Yeah, exactly. She would be, yeah. And we would high five, and we would make so much. We'd be friendly, competitive, and make so much fucking money, and do so many fun drugs together. And we would just have a great time. And then Ribo is definitely paying for services.
Mm-hmm.
And I especially know that they'd be coming from me because I can see Ribo in drag, like looking for a John. Like maybe as an undercover cop, but like definitely trolling for services.
Wait. So you're saying that Ribo is going to be paying?
Yeah.
For your services.
Correct.
Either between you and Tiff.
Yeah.
But why would he be dressing in drag as an undercover cop?
Doesn't he want services from me? I'm not servicing a dude.
I mean,
I can just see
Ribo
him
doesn't know that.
riding up on his bike with his Dare fanny pack and a fucking shitty wig on. He's like, "Y'all got pizza?" Or
so
whatever.
he's like, you're saying that? What? So I don't, like, oh, so you're saying that Ribo would be a snitch?
He'd be the John. Well,
wait. All right, so hold on. I thought you said that Jocelyn would be the John. She's
Jocelyn
the pimp.
is the business manager.
So she's the pimp.
She's the pimp.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tiffany and I are the horse.
Yeah, yep. And then Ribo's
the
paying
client.
for services. Yeah, he's a client.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying that Ribo would be the snitch?
Uh-huh.
Like he's showing up in like a little orphan Annie wig and just showing up and being like, "Hey,
on his bicycle,
looking for services."
Yeah, I would enjoy some services. Yeah, and he'd be like, to Tiffany, he'd be like, "Hello, would you enjoy to smush veggies?" And she'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here." And then he'd be like, "And for you, sir?" And I'd be like, "All right."
Listen, if there's anything I know about Ribo would never snitch.
That's true.
Ribo is zero words to any
That's true.
authority whatsoever.
All right,
but
you're
this is
absolutely
okay.
right.
No, this is fine. This is listen, these are the choices that we have.
Hold on. I just want to clarify, Ribo, if you're listening, I also agree he would never be a snitch. I think you are probably very, very similar to how I am. I do not talk to cops. Never.
Listen, if
I
there's
don't
one
talk to
thing,
cops.
if there's one thing I know about those Cumming boys,
They don't talk to cops.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I will have to. I know I did this on the last podcast, but I feel like I may have to drop that story again about Garrison sleeping on the neighbor's porch.
Yeah.
And the cops that were situated. But same thing.
Yeah.
Garrison just kept his fucking mouth shut. Those Cumming boys are fucking strong as steel when it comes to authority. They go, "Nope, fuck you. I'm not saying dick."
But I do also remember at Dan Amador's diaper party, which is not what I thought it was going to be. It was for his stupid baby. I thought we were just going to wear diapers and get fucked up. Which it
Baby's
wasn't.
stupid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how smart can it be? It's a fucking baby.
That's true.
Yeah, but
He is handsome, though.
Yeah. Just as handsome as Dad. But Ribo showed up, and he told a story about Garrison, and he called Garrison. I'll never forget. He said Garrison is a prolific poon hound.
Oh, yeah. I think you mentioned this before. Yeah.
And I imagine Ribo, I think the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree in that family, so Ribo is probably a prolific poon hound also.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he would be, so I will retract the snitch part. I will just say that Ribo, I think you would be the most ripe to be, trolling. So you'd be looking for puss, and if there wasn't puss aplenty, then you'd be looking for D, and you could find it between Tiff and I. And if you need that, reach out to Jocelyn. I have her phone number. She's my business manager. For sure. All right, you're up, kiddo.
Oh, man, what an interesting round that we have here. who's my pimp, who's my co-worker.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking to like we're working in an office.
You know what's funny? This is a great set of 3 people because any of them could work in any. Like Rybo could be your pimp.
Oh, for sure. Rybo would make a great pimp.
He'd be a great pimp.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Man, I don't even really know. This is a tough decision because they all, like you said, they're all could be in a fun way. Because I could see also like just say for example, like that you and I were the hookers.
Mm-hmm.
If Tiff were to show up, if Jocelyn were to show up, we're like, oh hey,
girl,
yeah, what's up? What's up?
What was it?
What that smell like? You know?
What did you just say? Did you say what's that smell like?
Yeah, you remember that old YouTube thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't fucking wiggle your thumbs at me. What's that smell like?
Let's see. Who would I want to be my pimp? That's a thing that I never thought I would ever say.
I went super Jewish and was thinking about how to make this the most lucrative business for me. So me and Tiff hooking together, Jocelyn running the business, and Rybo handing out shekels.
Yeah,
that's how I make the most money out of this. Especially if Tiff and I are splitting tips, because otherwise she's gonna be fucking buying lunch because I'm not gonna make any fucking money.
Jeez. Okay. This is tough. All 3 would make a really good pimp.
Yeah, these are good pimps.
Yeah. This is a fun choice. I'm glad that we actually like didn't, because like you had a lot of duplicates, and then, like that doesn't make it any
so
fun.
Many. And we'll just leave them out for now, and then when we're done with these, we'll leave these.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, so we don't fall into this again. Okay. Let's see. I would. Funny enough, as much as I thought it would probably more fun to like hang out with Rybo and us hooking together, I probably would put him as the pimp. Because I think that he would.
I can definitely see that.
I think he definitely would fucking. Like, he would be able to be like, nope, he would hustle and bustle and be like, sorry, this is what you want. This is what the prices are. You know,
I'm just so hung up on the bicycle and the fanny pack, and thinking of a pimp on a bicycle with a fanny pack is fucking hilarious.
Well, listen, it's in 2023. Yeah. So instead of a pimp with like those like big hats and like a nice like outfit that's like all
jacket.
Yeah, and with like a cane. 2023, dude. 23 pimps are on bikes with fanny packs.
He's showing up in like a 1976 Cavs jersey that's like fucking 4 sizes too small.
Cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That he rolled.
Yeah. All right, I'll take Rybo as the pimp. I think he would be. He would do really well, and it's. I mean, this is really tough.
It's kind of a wash.
Yeah. It really is. And it's also a coin toss between Tiff and Jocelyn, honestly. I mean, both would be really fun to hang out with and to, like, bullshit and, like, wait for.
Yeah.
But and the thing is, same boat. They would get picked up way more than I would.
Oh, my God, so much.
Unless the car rolled up, they were gay. I'm like, sorry, bitches.
Yep.
This is my dick.
Exactly. Welcome to D-Town.
Let's see. And I think, you know what? I think I'm going to pick Jocelyn to hook with, only because I've known Jocelyn longer. Love Tiff. No offense.
I don't think that's offensive at all.
Yeah.
But
I've known Jocelyn much longer, and then her and I could just hook together.
Sure.
And then Tiff's just going to have to pay for services. So her choice is between Jocelyn and I. So that's it.
Listen. That's like what's the opposite of a catch-22 where everything's awesome?
It's a throw 44.
That's precisely correct. Obviously, you played football.
So yeah, that's it. So Rybo, my pimp. Jocelyn's hanging out with me, and we're hooking together. And Tiff's gonna have to pay for services.
Totally love it, and she can afford them because she's an excellent businesswoman.
Yeah,
that's why she's my fucking pimp.
Yep,
bruh.
Okay.
All right. Well, another great, fun episode.
Sure was.
Yeah. Can't believe we have to wait another fucking week.
Sorry, I'm just throwing this on one more time.
That's all right. Best song ever. We're out of here.
Pizza Bagels with Tony and Dave. Oh, Pizza Bagels. That's the name of this podcast. Pizza Bagels.
All right, kiddos. We'll see you in a week.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. Hopefully this is just as fun as the rest or better.
Goddamn right.
See you guys.
See ya.